In today's video, we're going to talk about the secret lives of famous child stars. Fame gave them everything, and sometimes it took everything away. Hollywood has always had a complicated relationship with childhood. Behind the lights, laughter, and blockbuster paychecks, many of the kids who grew up on our screens faced a very different reality when the cameras stopped rolling. For every success story like Zendaya or Drew Barrymore, there's another tale of isolation, exploitation, or heartbreak. This is a look behind the curtain, a deeper look into the secret lives of Hollywood's most famous child stars. The pressures, the pitfalls, and the ones who found redemption after the spotlight dimmed. In no particular order, they are as follows. Number 1, Macaulay Culkin, the boy who couldn't go home again. At just 10 years old, Macaulay Culkin became one of the most famous faces on earth thanks to Home Alone. By age 12, he was one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood, richer than most adults around him. But fame came with chaos. His parents' bitter custody battle over his fortune and constant media harassment left Culkin emotionally drained. After walking away from acting as a teen, he lived a quiet, reclusive life in New York for years before re-emerging as a happy, grounded adult. Now a father and occasional actor, Culkin has become a symbol of recovery, proof that walking away doesn't mean falling apart. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan, from teen queen to tabloid tragedy to triumph. Lohan's career exploded with The Parent Trap in 1998 and Mean Girls in 2004. By 18, she was Hollywood royalty, rich, beautiful, and adored. But behind the glitz were grueling schedules, controlling management, and an overwhelming amount of attention that no teenager could handle. Add in addition public arrests and relentless paparazzi coverage, and her life spiraled. Yet, in recent years, Lindsay has made a powerful comeback, starring in Netflix films and embracing motherhood. Her story is a reminder that fame at 15 doesn't have to define you forever. Number 3, Amanda Bynes, the girl who couldn't escape her characters. A comedy prodigy from All That and The Amanda Show, Amanda Bynes was a Nickelodeon icon. Her timing, wit, and confidence made her one of the brightest stars of the early 2000s. But fame hit hard. By her early 20s, the pressure to maintain a perfect image collided with struggles in mental health and substance abuse. Her public breakdown in 2013, complete with bizarre tweets and arrests, became a tabloid feeding frenzy. After years of treatment and stepping away from Hollywood, Amanda has focused on stability and education. Her story exposes how the industry often builds up young women, then breaks them when they falter. Number 4, Haley Joel Osment. I see fame everywhere. He saw dead people, and then he saw what fame can do. After The Sixth Sense in 1999, Haley Joel Osment was hailed as one of the greatest child actors of his generation. But post-Oscar fame came with pressure to stay perfect. He transitioned into smaller indie roles, went to college, and built a modest, respected adult career away from the paparazzi circus. Unlike many peers, he managed to navigate Hollywood's traps with quiet grace, proving not every child star burns out. Yes, he has had a few moments here and there, but Haley Joel Osment has done quite well as an adult when you think about how famous he was as a child. Number 5, Drew Barrymore, Hollywood's wild child turned producer powerhouse. Now, Drew Barrymore's life reads like a Hollywood script. Fame at 7, addiction by 13, rehab by 14, and career rebirth by 20. Wow. She was a child in the adult world of 1980s Los Angeles, attending clubs before middle school and giving interviews about recovery before she could drive. But her comeback has been legendary. Drew reinvented herself as an actress, producer, and talk show host, and is now considered one of Hollywood's most lovable survivors. Who doesn't love Drew Barrymore? Her openness about addiction and healing made her a blueprint for resilience. Number 6, Corey Feldman, the cost of surviving the 80s. Corey Feldman was a face of 1980s pop culture. The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Lost Boys. But his later revelations about Hollywood's dark side shocked the world. Feldman alleged that he and his late friend, Corey Haim, were victims of abuse within the industry. His life became a mission, exposing exploitation and advocating for child safety in entertainment. Though controversial, Feldman's story sheds light on the hidden dangers of fame and the systems that protect abusers over victims. Number 7, Miley Cyrus, breaking the Disney mold. Well, she certainly did that, didn't she? Miley wasn't just a star, she was a brand. As Hannah Montana, she lived a double life both on screen and off. The pressure to maintain a squeaky clean image drove her to rebel in full force once adulthood arrives, and rebel she did. Shocking performances, edgy lyrics, and viral headlines, and even twerking on Robin Thicke. Oh my God, we all remember that, don't we? But what looked like chaos was actually transformation. By her late 20s, Cyrus had matured into one of the music's most respected artists. Her journey from child icon to self-made woman represents the new blueprint for surviving stardom. Own your narrative. She came in like a wrecking ball. Number 8, Mara Wilson, finding peace outside the spotlight. We all know the face of Matilda and Mrs. Doubtfire. Mara Wilson, the little girl, so cute. She retired from acting as a teenager after losing her mother and feeling suffocated by fame. Unlike many, she chose privacy, eventually becoming a successful author and mental health advocate. Today, Mara Wilson speaks openly about how child actors are often treated as commodities instead of children. Her calm honesty offers a hopeful counterbalance to Hollywood's chaos. Bravo, Mara. Number 9, Selena Gomez, the quiet battle behind the smile. Now, Selena Gomez's transition from Wizards of Waverly Place to global pop superstar looked seamless. But behind the scenes, she was battling lupus, depression, and the emotional weight of constant fame. Her documentary, My Mind and Me from 2022, exposed the price of public life. Yet instead of retreating, Selena turned her vulnerability into strength, founding Rare Beauty, producing hit shows, and redefining what healing in public looks like. We all love Selena Gomez and her success story, don't we? She didn't just survive fame, she transformed it into purpose. Number 10, Daniel Radcliffe, the boy who broke the spell. Playing Harry Potter made Daniel Radcliffe one of the most recognizable people on Earth before he turned 12. Let's say that again. Before he turned 12. But growing up inside the biggest movie franchise ever took a toll. Radcliffe later revealed his struggles with anxiety and alcohol during filming. Instead of chasing blockbusters, he chose independence, starring in bizarre indies, Swiss Army Man, Weird, The Al Yankovic Story, and earning critical praise. Radcliffe's career proves that reinvention is possible even after playing one of cinema's most iconic, recognizable roles. The truth about childhood fame. Being a child star looks like a dream, but often it's a maze of adult expectations, legal loopholes, and emotional exhaustion. Many kids become the family breadwinner before they can even drive. This started way back with Judy Garland. Some are lucky enough to have supportive parents and smart management. Others aren't as fortunate. Modern studios are finally learning with stricter labor protections, therapy requirements, and child actor welfare teams. But the scars of earlier generations still echo across Hollywood's past. The ones who found their way back. Okay, what's inspiring is that more and more of these former child stars are reclaiming their stories. Llewellyn is acting again. Culkin is thriving as a dad and partner. Barrymore owns her own media company. Radcliffe is producing Broadway plays. They've traded fame for fulfillment, and in doing so, are showing today's young performers that there is life after the spotlight. Final thoughts. Fame fades, but humanity endures. The stories of these child stars aren't cautionary tales. They're reflections of what happens when innocence meets industry. For some, fame was a prison. For others, it was a path to something deeper. But in every case, their journeys remind us that behind the camera, behind the persona, behind the headlines, there's still a person trying to grow up, find peace, and live free. Because even in Hollywood, being human is the hardest role to play.